Hot represents passionate, cold represents dispassionate, and lukewarm represents passive. Deuteronomy 29:24. Even all nations shall say, Wherefore has the Lord done thus unto this land? What meaneth the heat, or passion, of this great anger? Revelation 3:16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, which means passive, and neither cold, or dispassionate, nor hot, which means passionate, I will spew thee out of my mouth. Melt represents succumb. Freeze represents overcome, changing the state of a liquid through temperature. Psalms 107:26. They mount up to the heaven, they go down to the depths. Their soul is melted or succumbed because of trouble. 2 Peter 3:12. Looking for the hastening to the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and all the elements shall melt or succumb with the fervent heat, or passion. Clouds represent judging angels. They are souls in a high spiritual state. Mist represents fallen angels, souls in a low spiritual state. From Hebrews 12:1, Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. From Job 37:16, Dost thou know the balancings of the clouds, the wondrous works of him which is perfect in knowledge? Rain, snow, and hail represents angels falling from heaven to earth. Rain represents messenger angels. It is pure and it grows life. Snow represents guardian angels. It's soft and it protects from the winter wind, also reflects light. Hail represents punishing angels. It's hard, it destroys, and reflects light. Rain represents messenger angels. From Deuteronomy 28:12, The Lord shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven, to give the rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thy hand. From Deuteronomy 11:17, And then the Lord's wrath be kindled against you, and he shut up the heaven, and there be no rain, and that the land yield not her fruit, and lest ye perish quickly from off the good land which the Lord giveth you. Snow is white, pure, and protects from frost. Trapped air between snowflakes acts as insulation from the below-freezing winds. Wheat crops survive winter because of the light and fluffy covering of snow. Guardian angels are assigned to protect and guide a particular person or group. God's angels do not have free will or passion as humans do. The book of Enoch says that God will set a guard of holy angels over all the righteous, to guard them during the end of time, which is symbolically represented in the Bible as winter. This will happen while the wicked are being destroyed. Proverbs 25:13, As the cold or dispassion of snow in the time of harvest. And the harvest seems to represent the collection of God's people just before winter or the end of the world. So is a faithful messenger. Messengers in the Bible are always associated with angels. So is a faithful messenger to them that send him, for he refresheth the soul of his masters. Whoso boasteth himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. Hail represents punishing angels. From Exodus 9:24, So there was hail, and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of Egypt since it became a nation. Psalms 78:47, He destroyed their vines with hail, and their sycamore trees with frost. Ice represents oppressing souls, or frozen water. The difference between ice and hail is that hail originates in clouds. From Job 6:16, which are blackish or impure by reason of the ice, and wherein the snow is hid, what time they wax warm they vanish, when it is hot they are consumed out of their place. Dew represents favoring souls. From Proverbs 19:12, The king's wrath is as the roaring of a lion, but his favor is as dew upon the grass. Genesis 27:28, Therefore God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Frost represents hindering souls. Frost forms in the same way as dew does. From Job 37:10, By the breath or Spirit of God frost is given, and the breadth or godly works of the waters or souls is straitened. The sun symbolically represents Jesus. Now I'd like to add that there is many false religions out there with their gods associated with the sun, and I do not believe that they have any relationship to Jesus at all. I believe they are false religions, but the Bible clearly associates Jesus with the sun, as I will explain. But Jesus is the Son of God, and he is the greatest source of heat or passion, and light, which means righteousness. Without the sun, all life would be in darkness and eventually die. It sits in the highest position, looking over the whole world. Now remember that the waters represent the multitudes of people, and the sun transforms the sea or people into clouds or angels. The moon represents God's law. The moon is a giant rock meaning law, as I'll explain later, that shines by the light or righteousness of the sun, which means Jesus. The moon gives its light during the night, or when Jesus is away. From Genesis 1:16, and God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars, or angels, also, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. Jesus states in the Bible that he did not come to cause peace, but to divide the good from the evil. From Revelation 1:16, and he, Jesus, had in his right hand 7 stars, and out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword, and his countenance, or face, was as the sun shineth in his strength. From Matthew 17:1, and after 6 days Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up unto a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white, or pure as the light, or righteousness. From Jeremiah 31:35, Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars, or recording angels, for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. From Revelation 10:1, and I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire.